Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Let's Make Sense. I'm Ivan.
And I'm Jian Wei.
Okay, Let's Make Sense is a mini podcast series which aims to impart financial knowledge and helps everyone to make better financial decisions. We also invite guests from different walks of life to share about their life experiences and also their own personal finance journey. Through their stories, we will uncover the importance of better financial planning and any actionable tips and tricks you can make in your life. So Jian Wei, who do we have today?
Alright, so today I have a friend here with me. So she is a pet owner. She calls herself a dog mom. Okay, and then she owns a park lah. Okay, so today we have Pam here with us.
Hi.
So say hi to the audience. Maybe do a quick introduction of yourself and your dog maybe.
Okay, hi, I'm Pamela. So I have a park. He's about turning 2 this December. Yeah, so yeah, I guess that's about it.
Yeah, so today's topic is gonna be a bit more lifestyle lah. So we're gonna talk about pets, the cost, and everything. So from what we know, right, actually pet is a very big industry now in Singapore. It's worth about the pet care industry, right, is worth about $102 million. Okay, and then you see that actually pets are getting like royalty treatment in Singapore lah. Maybe Pam can share how is it like to have a pet so far, to have a dog so far.
Definitely takes up a lot of time, a lot of commitment. So before getting my dog is called Jim. So before getting Jim, I thought that I would have that amount. I was like, okay, I'm ready for this commitment on time, energy. But after getting him, I realized it's like way more than I expected. But apart from that, I think financially wise, it also takes like quite a bit out of your pocket. Because like from the start when you buy, there's really like upfront cost, like the cost of getting him, the cost of preparing for his arrival. So it's like preparing for a baby. You need to buy like your baby cot or your like diapers and things like that. Same thing for dog. You also need to get like his cage, his his pee pad or like all the stuff lah. Yeah. So I think have to be like ready for all of this. Yeah. But that's only like the start of it, because eventually there will be subsequent costs. Yeah, that's like subsequent things that will cost a lot of money also.
Right.
Yeah.
Ivan, do you own a dog?
I used to have cats at home.
Really?
Yeah, I used to have cats at home. I used to have like 3 cats at home. I don't really know how much does it cost to look after. So my mom will purchase everything. But I think like what Pam said, the time and effort. Because like you go back already, right? Then they, okay, not saying they needy, but then they'll come to you. Then you stroke them. You have spend time with them. So I think like the time and effort is really quite a lot to have.
Right.
So do you want to have a dog next time?
Actually, I do like pets. So I like dogs in general. Like I like big cuddly dogs. Actually, I like pugs also, but pugs are no, they breathe very loud. Actually, after I met a pug in real life,
That's true.
they are like panting always, because of the nose and stuff, right?
Yeah, because they're like flat nose.
Yeah. So I actually like big cuddly dogs.
Okay.
So I don't own one, but I don't mind owning one in the future. I don't own one because I think my parents don't really like to keep pets at home. So yeah, in the future maybe we can explore. So maybe we can talk a bit about like how come, from what I know, right, the prices of like pets, all these, right, are like increasing in Singapore. So do you know like how come there's this trend going on right now?
I think maybe it might be due to like COVID, and then a lot of people, they run out of things to do. Some of them might be on impulse, like they get during this period of time just to like fill up any free time at home. But like what Jian Wei say, it's crazy. Like I have friends who have been buying like pets over the past few months, and the prices. So I got Jim for about 3,000 plus around there. Then recently, like quite a few of my friends, when they got it, it's already more than like 6,000 minimally, right, or can even be higher depending on like the breed that you want to get. Maybe also due to shortage, because some of the dogs, they might fly in, like they might bring it in from a different country. So maybe because, I don't know, COVID as well, then there might be a shortage. Yeah.
So do you buy on impulse? Because you're talking about it.
That was what I'm gonna ask also.
Okay, initially, I don't think I bought on impulse because I have always wanted a dog since I was young. But my mum wasn't that open towards having one in the house. But because subsequently I felt that I was ready to take on this additional responsibility in my life. So yeah, so I went ahead and got it. Then eventually it was really quite tough, because a lot of the things like I I would take care of his grooming, walking him, like what you see sometimes, they might want attention and all that. Yeah, so it was quite tough lah, and to train as well. I think that is something that not a lot of people really go through, because usually when people get pets, right, it's a family pet, so everyone, like, they will contribute to taking care of the pet. But then for me, I struggled a bit more, because a lot of the things, like, I took care of it, and then like I would fork out most of the things that he uses, like his meals, his vet bills. Yeah, I would pay for them. So I think that was a struggle initially, but now better at managing him lah. Yeah.
So do you set aside like how much to spend for your dog every month, that kind of thing?
I think that's a good habit to have, because like some of my friends, what they do is they specially set aside like a fund for the dog. So if it happens, like, got any unforeseen like illnesses, then they can just take the money out and use. So I think that's good to have, because vet bills actually can cost quite a lot. Like recently, because my dog has like ear and skin infection, it's like $200 over already. Like, there are special types of shampoo, like humans got dandruff, then for them also got like this anti-fungal stuff going on. Yeah, so yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, so I think it's good to set aside a certain amount of money.
So for actually a question that I really want to ask, right, is people always discuss about whether you want to buy a dog or whether you should adopt a dog. It's $1 million question. So what are your you guys' thoughts about this?
So okay, so when you ask that question, right, then I'll relate to whatever Pam has said previously. Okay, so drive back all the way to when my family have like cats at home, right? So my brother really love cats, and then the wife, big lover of cats. So they have like 2 cats at home. Used to have 2 cats at home. So they go around like their neighborhood and then pick up stray cats. So like what Pam said, they set up a fund, right? So most of the owners will set up a fund. So recently my brother told me one of the cat actually passed away, and then because the cat had like liver cancer or something, so he spent like 10k plus
10k
on the medical itself.
Can be
10k, because you have to visit, then you have to stay at the vet hospital,
correct.
Then you have to go do transplant and everything.
Yes,
so
precisely.
yeah,
he's not wrong, it's true.
yeah, so then he told me that like it was 10k plus for one cat, and that only like maybe have like less than 1 year of effect, that kind.
Yeah.
So if let's say you sustain it to like 2-3 years, right, it can be more than 20k, that amount of bills that you have to pay for. So then my brother suddenly asked me, say, pet got insurance or not? Because I want to buy my pet insurance. Because like it's very expensive to like keep, like example, if like stray cats, right, you don't know where is it from, what illnesses they have before, who look after them, to build up that kind of like immune system that they have, right, previously, it's very difficult already, right? So then like but they will still continue going on to adopt cats lah, but they say like just to protect themselves from spending that much amount of money previously, okay, then they want to have like to be insured for the cats and stuff like that. So I think for me, if let's say I do have a cat, I will adopt it, because I think it's because of my past experiences. We always go to stray cats, we always go to what, right? I think we won't want to go and buy a cat in that sense. So I say we will just look after whatever cats that are within our neighborhood, or if let's say we can have from SPCA.
Okay.
I think the only reason why I decided to buy one is because I wanted like a specific breed. Yeah, so for people who, they just want that company and then like give them like a good life, because usually for when you adopt, they are usually older dogs, like maybe 5 or 6 years around there, so probably left a couple of years left. Yeah, I think depends on like what you want, and then some of the older dogs, some might feel that it's harder to train, but I think depends on the dog as well lah. Some are still able to, or either that they are really very well trained. Yeah, so no preference per se lah, I would say. Yeah.
Okay. I think, okay, so all these are our own opinions. So SPCA or any dog enthusiast, right, please don't go and comment and shoot us down. So so I think I'll also buy a dog, right, because from what I think, right, is you want a dog that you like to keep you company, to play with it, right? So if you adopt, I think it's a totally different mindset. If you really like animals, you want to take care of them. So I think there's no right or wrong for this. It's your own personal preference.
Correct.
So anyway, I want to ask also, right, how come people are so willing, right, to spend on dogs or pets in general? It's like quite a bit crazy, like from the food they eat, like they cook for them, they eat salmon, they eat like like bento sets and
Yeah,
kind of it's like
it's
getting
very
better food than me
costly.
every day. Sia.
So you know, I'm a TikTok lover. Okay, so right, so Nicole, I follow her. Then she will cook for her dog food almost every day. So it's like the chicken breast, sweet potato, that kind. Then she will like spend effort to like go and cook for the dog. Then I was like, oh my god, wow, really effort. Every day you have to prepare your dog meal.
It takes a lot of effort.
Yeah. Then she fry the egg. Then she cool the whole food, that kind. So I was like, wow, very impressed at like the whole process of like cooking for your dog. I mean, like, I don't think a lot of people would have that kind of like effort.
Correct,
but then like what do you think?
I think like what you said, it really takes a lot of effort. And then because my dog is still on kibbles, and then there's always this debate between whether they should be on kibbles or whether we should get them like fresh food, because for kibbles it has all the like nutrients and vitamins that they require already. But then like for the food that you prepare for them, you also need to choose specifically, make sure they have enough like protein or like the calcium, vitamins that they need. Yeah, so yeah, it definitely takes up a lot of time. Whether or not will I do that, maybe not off now. I'm still gonna like keep him on kibbles. Yeah, but I do know that certain pets, they might have allergies, so the vet would recommend them to switch over to like fresh food diet, things like that. Yeah.
But do you think it's cheaper that you prepare kibbles for them, or that you cook for them actually?
Kibbles, because kibbles, I think kibbles might be cheaper. I'm not very sure. Yeah, because I'm not because I've never put him on the like fresh food diet. Yeah, so I wouldn't know how much it really costs. Yeah, for gym kibbles every month, because I'll buy like a huge pack, so that's like 170. That's for like 10 kg. Is it
10
10
kg?
kg? Yeah, worth of kibbles.
So you can sustain it for 1 month.
No lah, can sustain for quite a while, like maybe 3 months.
Oh, okay.
Also, yeah,
Then it's
because
okay
it's so
lah.
small. Yeah, I think bigger dogs will eat more. Yeah, so if you have a bigger dog, then you would spend more money. Yeah, because for Jim, it's a pug, so his fur doesn't grow out that long. So his grooming and all that, I take care of it. So yeah, I don't really spend that much.
Okay, so because I see a lot of people, they put like supplements, they put like a lot of different kind of herbs or anything for the fresh food.
Yeah.
So is it a normal thing, or is it just for TikTok? Because I saw it on TikTok.
I will add like supplements to his food as well. So like fish oil, then I will cut and then I will like put in his kibbles. Or like last time when he was smaller, I will mix his kibbles with like milk. Yeah, so I think just extra vitamins for them, I guess. Yeah.
I don't even feed myself vitamins and supplements.
But I would say effort. But then how do you know like what supplements to have for him, or like prior to that, maybe you're spending, how much do you want to budget for it?
I'm like a first time dog mom, so a lot of all these expenses came like as a surprise to me. Not like a bad thing, but it's just like, oh, okay, this is how much it really costs, So I would see like the description, like, oh, this is good for their nails or good for like their fur, and then I was like, okay, let's get it. Yeah, but I don't really exactly know whether they need it, but I just feel like, hey, this is beneficial to him, why not? Yeah, so I guess maybe that's why people end up, like what Jian say, like people end up spending quite a lot because they're also not very sure what the dog wants or like needs. They just like try to give what they feel is good for the dog or pet lah in general.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are some of the hidden costs that weren't expected by you?
I think main bulk, okay, like the vet bills aside, right, there are also things like every month they have to take certain supplements for their so there are certain things to protect them from like heartworm and all that, so they have to take those every month. Then there are also things like, I think pet insurance. This one I started to like read up more about it recently, because initially I also didn't know there was such thing as pet insurance. Yeah, I think a lot of people also don't know, and there are really quite a number of them out there. Depends on what kind of coverage you're looking for. So a lot of things like certain things like cleaning of their eyes, their ears, we don't really need specific things for us like humans, but then for dogs, you really need to like get all of these things. So I think that are like, those are like the hidden causes. Or like, and also maybe when you first start out, I didn't know what the dog like required, so probably bought more things than than was actually needed. Or like sometimes you're like, oh, you're so cute, this like clothes, then you want to dress your dog up. So you think like, so cheap, like maybe $10 one toy, $10 one piece of item. Then it starts accumulating. Then you realize, oh my god, I have so many toys and clothes. Yeah. But I never knew about pet license. Like I didn't know you had to get a license for your pet.
Okay.
Yeah, I never knew about that. Then and things like every year there's like annual vaccinations that you send them for also.
But you
I'm
apply
not
a license
sure.
through HDB?
No, it's
Is
not
it?
through HDB portal. I think it's through AVA.
Oh,
Okay.
AVA, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So then you have to register, say like, what breed is my pet?
Yeah, correct.
The name, not name,
Yeah.
the date of birth, that kind.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
Name.
like
Technically, name
whether
also
it's sterilized, whether I think there is a, if I'm not wrong, I think there's a price like difference whether it's sterilized or not.
Also, you have to pay
wow.
for the license as well.
Don't have to.
Oh, okay.
So which one has
Yeah.
a higher price?
And I think
The non-sterilized one, right?
yeah.
Yeah, the non-sterilized
Because you can
one.
breed it, right?
Probably,
That's
correct,
what I would think.
Yeah.
Price is for.
But you can, but it's a one-off thing. You can buy a lifetime license for it.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So,
one is
so you need a license to own a pet, basically.
yes.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know.
I
Okay.
think.
Then is there like a limit to the license as well? Like I know my neighbor used to have a husky at home.
Yeah.
So is there like a limit that like big dogs or like golden retriever that
I
kind
think it
cannot
has to
actually?
be HDB approved,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there are certain breeds like they allow in HDB flats and some are not allowed. So I'm not too sure about that. But I think there can only be one pet registered under one household for HDB flats.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's why maybe that's why there's a need for the license so that they can keep track of like how many pets are already registered under your household.
Mm.
I think generally big dogs are not allowed. in
Yeah.
HDB. So I think
Yeah.
like why people are so willing to spend on dogs, right? Is because they get companion. Is that
Yeah.
companionship that
Yeah.
that money cannot buy for lah? So is it true for you?
Companion that money cannot buy, but I pay money for it. Why is it companion that I cannot?
Because it's different from a human.
Buy.
It's just a dog. Technically, like
Technically,
you
I
buy
bought
the companion.
I bought his companionship
Yeah.
for the rest of his life. He doesn't have a choice.
Yeah. So yeah, basically paying for companionship.
Yeah, and I guess because they are so like innocent, they don't really know like what is going on. So like previously I watched this video, it says like actually dogs don't really understand what you're saying. They just go by like your body language, the volume of your voice. So if you're angry, you shout at him, then maybe he just like scared, but he doesn't really know what's going on, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess because of that like characteristic that people, they are more, you can't stay angry at that thing, like that cute thing, because it's just like it doesn't even know anything. They're just staring at you like, what did I do wrong, that kind of thing. You have to forgive it eventually, yeah. But then for like kids and all that, they not kids per se, but it's like a partner, like if you get angry at them and then there might be they might talk back to you,
Right.
things like that.
So
So it's a
different
different kind of like
The
different
dogs over
kind of-
kids.
it's like different types of like companion, different forms of companionship.
I want to ask you, so is your partner now loving of gym?
Whether does my partner love
Yeah,
gym?
does your partner love gym?
Yeah, he does. Because
Okay.
he doesn't get his parents don't allow him to have pets. Yeah, but he likes them.
Is it important for your partner to love dogs?
Doesn't have to be like a huge dog lover, but I mean as long as he doesn't hate them, I'm fine with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I think to round things up, right, basically can you give us one most important advice, right? Do you think you should give to pet owners or those who are looking to get a pet?
Commitment and time. Like commitment is very huge, really very huge, especially regardless of whether you buy or you adopt one. The time to take care and like tend to like their daily needs is really quite a lot, so you must make sure that you are ready for that. Yeah, and monetary wise would be I would say setting aside like a fund is good practice, because you never know when like the vet bills are going to come up, and then you never know like what can happen. And like what you mentioned earlier also, if they were to have any serious illnesses, that can be like liver cancer, like transplant, it can really like accumulate very fast within that like 1 week time. Yeah.
So how much commitment do you need, and how much money do you need to set aside for this?
Okay, day-to-day commitment, I would say, their basic, cleaning of their area, feeding them. Then, like, sometimes, like, come home from work can be tired, but they might also want to, like, play with you, bring them out for walks. So these are, like, the basic things you need to, be aware of, like, before getting a pet. And then, in terms of, like, monetary, it's just like humans, you buy insurance to protect yourself, like when it comes to like rainy weathers. Never know like when things are gonna happen, right? So it's the same thing for pets, like you never know when they are gonna be ill or like have like cancer and things like that. So just be prepared. Can go and buy pet insurance if you want. Yeah, I think it's good to have like minimal coverage at least, like even if you don't want to get like very expensive like pet insurance for now, you can start off with like a cheaper plan. I think there are those like $70 a year. Yeah, $70 every like annually. I think that's quite okay. You don't drink as much bubble tea, that kind of thing maybe. Yeah.
I think because they are like a family member to you, right?
Yeah.
As in like, because ultimately if let's say you want to adopt or you want to buy a pet itself, then they are family member to you. You also look after them as long as possible.
Yeah.
So I think it basically is just like caring for your child
Yeah.
or
It's like
anything.
parents buying insurance for their kids.
Yeah, correct.
something like
So I think in that sense, then I think you want to afford or you want to have like that time commitment. So talking about time commitment, right? Then example like now you're filming, then how? Like if let's say you want to go out or you want to go late, then how do you actually handle it?
I think the good thing is my mom is a housewife, so I know that there's someone taking care of him at home. And but I think my only concern is when when borders reopen and then like people start, like family members start traveling, so that might be of a concern, like okay, where am I going to put? But there are like pet hotels or like daycares like you can leave them with lah. Yeah, so I guess like now during this period of time it's easier to tend to them because you're at home, there's not much to do. But then eventually when borders start reopening, you need to have all of these considerations, like who is gonna tend to your pet and things like that. Yeah.
So I think at the end of the day, you must really prepare yourself like for this commitment.
Yeah.
It's as good as having
Pet hotels are not cheap, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think 10 plus years is enough to like have that commitment with your pets already. Because like that's the first step of commitment. Then you have maybe if let's say you get married, you have a child and everything, then it just adds on. Then having a pet is like a additional thing that you have also. So I think it takes a lot of I think maybe people don't really understand, or people think that now at the current moment, because I have a lot of time at home, like my mom say, so it's like, oh okay, maybe I have a lot of time at home, but maybe in 2 or 3 years down the road, then your life change, your plan change, then you'll have like, oh okay, what am I doing with the pet again now? Or like what should I do with it?
And also financial commitment. You need to set aside a budget, you need to prepare for their insurance, medical bills, all these.
Correct.
And with that, we have come to the end of the episode. If you like our video, do give our video a like, share and subscribe, and we will see you soon.